What people don't realize about psychics, including many psychics themselves. Article written and narrated by spiritual advisor Samantha Dickerson. The radical truth is that psychics are timeline guides. They are just showing and offering you specific timelines. It is your choice to accept that particular one or choose another. It's important that you understand that every future is possible. That doesn't mean your physical self has to step into them all. If you choose, you can just experience the most unpleasant ones in your mind and walk the best and highest ones in your physical reality. Each psychic can only showcase the option of timelines to you that reflects where they are in their own healing process. The highest and best timelines that you have the opportunity to step into might largely not be visible to a psychic who is in deep emotional disrepair because their own wounds do not allow them to zoom out into that greater perspective of understanding. This is why I would not recommend you seek out just any psychic. It could cause great confusion and distrust of your own intuition as well as the spiritual realm. You must find the right timeline guide for you at your current level of growth and work on not becoming too attached to them because they may only be able to carry you to a certain height of timelines for you. Be prepared, if necessary, to seek a new timeline guide when your intuition calls you to, and do your research before making that plunge because, again, you are being shown a possible reality for yourself, not something that must definitively come to pass. It is also important for you to acknowledge whether you are allowing your soul self or your ego entity to lead you. This will determine which type of psychic timelines you will allow yourself to believe in and accept as your own. You may be in a place where you want to feed your ego entity and not your soul and choose a psychic based off of that, not realizing you're choosing your own worst fears to manifest themselves, thinking that certain things must come to pass because this particular psychic says so, and they have a ton of 5-star reviews. There are some psychics who may allow their ego entity to control them so that they believe that the timeline they are seeing is the one and only timeline available to their clients. And as much as it sucks to know, there are also psychics who enjoy controlling where your timeline will lead you because you are not aware of your own power to choose a different path. The radical truth is that you yourself may be more comfortable believing in lesser, more emotionally difficult and draining timelines versus believing in higher, more emotionally liberating timelines, because those more abundant timelines are uncomfortable, may require a lot of emotional growth, and you may not currently fully accept that you are deserving of that more abundant understanding. Walking into the best timelines for yourself won't be easy. You will be tested to see if you are really willing to do the inner emotional growing to obtain it. If that were easy, everybody would do it. A balanced psychic will be aware that there are multiple timelines you can choose from and be able to lay out what will come with each one. Even seeing which is your main road timeline to your heaven on earth experience without you taking any unnecessary detours. Choosing a timeline to step into is not just about how the timeline sounds, it's also about how it intuitively feels to you. That's why it's important to learn to distinguish between your actual intuition and your ego entity masquerading as such. Even if it sounds like a good timeline, your intuition might be telling you not to buy into it because it knows that veneer of beauty will quickly fade once you do. The truth, dear reader, is the best and highest timelines may first wreak a lot of havoc in your life before they take you to the success because you cannot carry any unnecessary baggage with you to reach them. The havoc that is wreaked is the universe shaking out and removing all the things that cannot come with you no matter what it is, limiting mindsets, emotional wounding, friends, family, romantic relationships, a certain career, etc. If you want to get to that best and highest timeline and experience heaven on earth, you are going to have to release a lot of things that are weighing you down. It's a radical truth many will refuse to accept, and that is their choice. They say the road to hell is easy, so understand, the road to heaven on earth can only be the opposite. Eventually, though, as all journeys do, you will come to the end of that tough road to spiritual paradise and see that spirit knew all along what was best for you, and you will feel nothing but sincere gratefulness to your divine parent. So please do your research first and learn to trust your intuition and not your ego entity about whether a specific spiritual advisor is right for you. Thanks for listening. I hope this article resonated with you, and if it didn't, I hope you find what does.